Hi, my name is Dr. Vanessa Spiller. I'm a clinical psychologist in Australia, as well as being a FASD educator and trainer, and the parent to a now young adult with FASD. Today's video focuses on why certain things we consider simple might be incredibly difficult for someone with FASD. We're going to work with the example of getting out of bed and dressed for the day. How hard is that? Well, as it turns out, it can be really hard and use up a lot of mental energy depending on your brain-based skills and abilities. This video will explore what the needed skills and abilities are and how FASD can impact on these. Most importantly, we'll explore what we can do to better support young people to be more successful in this area. But before we get started, a quick disclaimer. Just remember that the information in this video is general in nature. Consult a professional for individualised suggestions about your young person with FASD. So, getting out of bed and dressed for the day, how hard can that be? Well, the answer is it really depends on your brain-based skills and abilities. So let's explore what some of these are. If we are lucky and had a good night's sleep and the right food, we start off our day full of energy and ready to take on the challenges of the day ahead. Many of us, like me, rely heavily on emotional regulation skills to get ourselves out of bed in the morning, particularly if we don't feel like getting up, such as if we are feeling tired or sluggish. Interoception, which is one of the sensory skills that we have, it helps us to read our body's internal signals correctly. That rumbling and cramping in our abdomen is a sign that we are hungry or need to go to the toilet, not a sign that we are sick and need to stay in bed. We use executive functioning to control the impulse to repeatedly hit the snooze button, roll over for a second nap, or throw the alarm clock across the room. Executive functioning also helps us to understand what happens if we don't get up, what the consequences of that would be, and we use executive functioning to start to mentally map and organise the things that we will need to do today and in what order. Executive functioning intersects with memory, which is necessary to help remember what we are doing today, what day it is, where we need to go, what we need to do, and what we need to take with us, etc. Memory makes our days more predictable and therefore helps us to feel more relaxed and in control of our lives. Fine motor skills help us to get out of our pyjamas, dressed, do up buttons and zips, brush our hair. Gross motor skills walk us to the bathroom. Fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination help us to brush our teeth and our hair and wipe our butts. Problem-solving skills, which falls into the area of cognition, and mental flexibility, which falls into the area of executive functioning, help us to formulate and execute a plan B when we discover that our favourite t-shirt is in the wash, or change our clothing choice if the weather is hotter or colder or wetter than we expected. Attention is needed to help us stay on track and not get distracted by our phone or the TV or some other interesting activity. Attention helps us switch our focus to something else, such as answering the phone before coming back to the thing we were doing before, like making the lunch. If we live with someone else, social skills come in handy too. We try to be polite and helpful even though we feel tired and grouchy, or maybe that's just me. We try not to say things that will upset others. We realise that other people may not have slept well or might be feeling stress, so we cut them some slack and try to be patient. We don't get up in their faces or make too many demands. Our language skills help us to communicate what we are feeling, what we need and what we want. They also help us understand others. What are they saying? What do they need and what do they want from us? And after all this, we leave our bedroom and start the rest of our day. But what if you are missing some or all of those abilities? And what if, like many young people with FASD, you don't sleep well? What can help young people with FASD get off to a better start with their day? Practice the morning routine. Practicing the routine isn't the same as doing the morning routine. Practice the routine when they are in a good place, well fed and rested, not when they have just woken up and are tired and hungry. Turn it into a game or a role play. Go through each of the steps and practice the skills they need before they need them for real. Role play problem solving. What to do if their favourite t-shirt is missing and how to manage strong feelings such as frustration. Praise progress and improvements. Create predictable and consistent routines. This reduces demands on memory. Include a reminder, visual or verbal, of the next day's routine, the day before if it's helpful. Get organised the day before. Pick and lay out clothes, set alarms together, pack lunches. Use visual reminders, posters, photo boards, etc. that outline each of the steps. And keep things simple. Start with 1 or 2 steps and slowly add steps only after they've mastered the previous one. Have appropriate expectations. These skills are not so basic and it may take years to develop them. Progress will be slow. Forget typical age-based expectations and stick with ability-based expectations. Remember to adjust your expectations if they've slept poorly, are sick, excited or upset, or if something else about their routine has changed. Most of all, remember that stress such as time pressure, you needing to get to work or an appointment will not change their skills and abilities. If they accidentally kick into fight or flight, their skills and abilities will get worse, not better. Unlike some of us, kids with FASD don't work better under stress. Do tasks or steps with them rather than for them or telling them what to do. It's okay to do some things for them, particularly skills and abilities that they haven't yet mastered. Get them refueled, have snacks and food ready to go, and avoid adding additional demands. Finally, remember, doing tasks that seem simple to us are simple because we already have most of the skills and abilities needed to do them. For young people with FASD, missing skills and abilities make the everyday tasks of life complicated and exhausting, and that is even before the school day has started. By the time many of them make it to school, they have already expended a lot of mental energy, which will impact on their academic learning. They may even need a break before they start their schoolwork. Let's make sure we continue to explain by brain and support our kids to achieve success, whatever that looks like for them. Want more information or additional training? The Explain by Brain training for parents and carers is available all year round, and it includes 31 modules of online videos and self-paced learning, all about how to best understand and support a young person with FASD. Professionals are also welcome to join, but you also have the option of attending the Explain by Brain online training for professionals only, which has been held on November 19th, 2022. For more information about these trainings and loads more FASD information and resources, go to jumpstartpsychology.com and feel free to share. I look forward to talking to you again soon.